what is your problem?
Your Honor, I just I don't know, I just had a really bad year and some people pointed guns at me and I thought it was them.
And it turns out
And I wasn't them.
it wasn't them.
Ma'am. Good morning, Your Honor.
Hello. All right, probation, this is an application. Court is calling 2023 CR 3050B, State of Texas versus Richard Reyes. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Gearhead, Your Honor.
Defense,
Nick Aguilar on behalf of Richard Reyes.
are you Mr. Reyes?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. Well, you're only eligible for deferred. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, I'm going to show you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you understand you're charged with the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? That is a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in, the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
What
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea?
the deal, the plea deal?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Judge.
Excuse me, I need this file. Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Reyes, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial, showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is proceeding on all counts in the indictment. Is that correct, state?
That's correct.
That is correct, Judge.
There is a $1,500 fine, affirmative finding of deadly weapon. State recommends deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration 2023 CR 3051A, 700-200-67-7351. There's to be restitution, if any, to Jose Cazares, Cazares, Miguel Rosas, Rosas, Ashley Almeida, Almeida. Did you understand that to be the plea? You speak up.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Defense,
Yes, Your Honor.
state.
It is, Your Honor.
Showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, I signed it.
Yes. She showed you that paper. We signed on about 2 places.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 10 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 250 hours community service restitution, no contact with Jose Casares, Miguel Rosas, and Ashley Almeida. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to count one, how do you plea? Count two,
Contest.
count three,
A contest, ma'am.
state any evidence,
Yes, in each of the counts, Your Honor, state exhibit number 1 with office attachments.
any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
We would ask if you would consider that, Judge.
All right, Mr. Reyes, what is your problem?
Your Honor, I just I don't know, I just had a really bad year and some people pointed guns at me and I thought it was them.
And it turns out
And I wasn't them.
it wasn't them.
Ma'am.
See what happens when people want to be a vigilante. You don't know if it's the correct person or not. This could have went south so quickly. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So how old are you?
22.
You should know better. And then taking your girlfriend with you.
Oh, mistake.
One, why would you take her with you? For backup? All right, that was silly. Do you have any children?
Ma'am.
That's good, because you're not ready for them right now. You understand?
Yes.
All right, are you still with your girlfriend?
Yes.
Do you have any children? Are you employed?
Yes.
All right, what do you do?
I'm a caterer, assistant manager. I take like the food to the events like weddings and like balls, you know.
All right, you
that-
piqued my interest when you said caterer. I thought maybe you were cooking and I was about to ask you some food things, but okay,
I just take
Sounds like he's a transporter.
yeah, okay.
I just manage the event, you know, with the food.
All right, do people ever taste food and don't tell people they've tasted it? Your attorney probably doesn't want you to answer that question. People are always like, did the driver take one of my fries? I don't know. Oh, you did, okay, Mick. All right, so are there going to be any drug issues with you if you're tested today? No, we can test you today.
Well, I smoked marijuana and that stays in your system for a very long time, sir, for ma'am. And I want to be honest with you. And one of my things is not to drink alcohol. So I haven't been drinking alcohol.
All right, so why are you using marijuana?
Well, my back, when this incident had happened, I was very hurt in the very beginning when I had got out of jail because when I was in there, they wouldn't give me like medication for like once a day and they didn't give it to me all the time. So when I got out, I went to the hospital and they said my back was hurt and I couldn't afford medication costs.
All right, so you can't use marijuana while you're on probation in this court. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, where are your parents? Are they a support system for you or no?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is finding there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty of count 1, count 2, count 3. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Going to set your deferred adjudication at 10 years. And counsel, if he completes everything,
Yes, Your
you
Honor.
come back.
We've explained that to him.
All right. So that'll be 10 years deferred adjudication. There's a $1,500 fine. That will be probated. Count 1, count 2, and count 3 are running concurrently. Take in consideration 2023 CR 3051A 700 200 677351. There's to be restitution, if any, and no contact with. And counsel, if the restitution you feels like it's not the correct amount, we can have a restitution hearing.
Absolutely, Judge. Thank
And
you.
that will be with Jose Casares, Miguel Rosas, Ashley Almeida. We're going to do regular UAs, test for levels, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, anger management, 150 hours of community service restitution, field visits, 1 time per month for 3 months. Probation, if there's no issue after the 3rd month, then you can schedule field visits that you deem necessary. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
No. And I'm sorry, and there's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. Showing you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. You're going to have to make better decisions. You know, one bad decision can ruin your life. All right, good luck to you. Stay in the courtroom. Probation will go over conditions.
Sure, Your Honor. You have a great day.
All right, you too.